Good morning, everyone. It's Destiny, and it's Coffee Chats with a Social Worker. I realized yesterday that my Keurig machine is extremely noisy. That can probably tell you how old it is. So I'm going to make my coffee away from camera so you don't have to hear all the churning and noise making that it makes. I will be right back. All right, I have my coffee made. I have my cup. My cups usually do say something. This one is really loved on because it's like the words are missing, but it says you are the best. So that's my words of affirmation for today, reminding myself and you that you are the best. I have my creamer here. One of the reasons why I use the teaspoon to put in my coffee is because I'm heavy on the creamer. So if I don't like measure it out, I could be drinking half creamer and half coffee, and that's not what I really want, right? So like I said, it's Coffee Chats with a Social Worker. It's all about, the series is all about building connection and community here as you get to know who I am and what I'm looking to build here on my social media accounts as I continue to post more. So there is just something about the stillness in the morning. The house is quiet, the world is quiet, and you just have your first cup of coffee, and it's like magical to me for some reason. It really is. But today, this morning, I thought I would share how I got into social work. And sometimes people ask social workers, how'd you get into social work? Or they'll ask if you're in a program, a BSW program or MSW program, they'll ask you, you know, your why or your how and stuff like that. So I did a video earlier about someone will ask you to try out for basketball, and it's important that you say yes, because I feel like I owe so much to basketball and the sports world, more than I could ever repay back, right? So I'm a first generation college graduate. So my parents did not go off to college, nor was college in my view at all when I was growing up as a kid. Not until I tried out for basketball in middle school. And by the time I got to high school, I was good. I was really good. So I was good enough that I was recruited to play in college. And luckily I had a high school coach that was really influential and supportive with that whole process. Because, you know, being recruited and going on college tours and visiting campuses and meeting with teams and coaches, that can be pretty intimidating, especially if your parents or the people who are caring for you haven't navigated that space. So thank goodness I had that support from a coach's perspective. Shout out to all the coaches out there. I mean, it's a full-time commitment in all areas, not just when you're playing your sport, right? So I went off to college, undecided, didn't know what I wanted to major in. I thought in my head that I was going to major in business administration or some business related. So I took an economics course. I'm like, okay, I'm going to make sure I take an economics course because I think I want to do business. Well, I failed, right? I failed economics. And then I said, you know what? I'm not giving up because I'm not a quitter, right? I'm going to try one more time. So I took the same course again and I failed again. Imagine that. So I tell young people when I'm working with them, right? Because I work at a high school, like, it's okay not to know. I mean, sometimes you create these plans and really things go left. And so it's okay not to know what you want to do. It's going to work itself out as you naturally progress and come in contact with people. And that's what happened with me. So there was this gentleman who used to come to basketball games, and he was a fan of our team, a girls team, and he was very supportive. And after one of the games, he was talking to me, and he's like, so what's your major? What do you plan on doing after graduation? And I'm like, I'm here to play basketball. What? And I was like, I have no clue. I'm undecided. I'm still trying to figure it out. Some people have suggested like becoming a teacher, but I wasn't quite sure that was for me. So he ended up being the department chair for the social work department, and he said, why don't you take a social work course? And I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I'll try a course. So I took the class. I think it was my sophomore year, and it was like a light bulb went off or lit up, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the information came so natural to me. The class, the environment, the peers, the professors, like everything was just like hit on. Like that was epiphany. That's what I needed to do. I declared social work as my major, and then boom, I was moving and grooving and got my BSW. Now it did take me 5 years to get my undergraduate, because I was a little bit behind in figuring out what I wanted to do, and it's okay to be behind. And sometimes people are like, I gotta do this by this time, I gotta do this by this time, and it's okay to be on your own timeline. It is okay. And so I graduated with my BSW and in 2005, and started working in the profession. But this video today is just talking about how I got connected to social work. And so that is my how. I would love to hear from you about how you got connected to social work, or if you're interested in social work, you know, why you have that interest, or what you're looking to get out of your program. Slowing down and connecting with others. You never know how a conversation is going to change someone's life. And you might not even see it, because it might not happen for like 5 years or 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, right? But that one small conversation that professor had with me, or that department chair had with me after a basketball game, literally was so important to getting me onto my pathway to becoming a BSW, and then ultimately a licensed clinical social worker. So as you're navigating your day to day, don't underestimate the importance of small conversations, connection. And I hope that everyone has a really, really great day. And I will see you tomorrow morning for our coffee chat. All right, bye.